Let me say a special good morning to everyone listening to Classic Radio. Those of you viewing GBN TV, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Those of you via social media platforms, let me take your time to say good morning and good day to you once again. Hope everyone had an enjoyable Christmas holidays. You enjoyed your Christmas day. Yesterday being Boxing Day, you enjoyed that a whole lot. Maybe tons to eat and drink if you suddenly did that. You spent, of course, memorable times with family. Yes, it was one of those Christmas for you that you felt a whole, very good for that Christmas. One of those Christmas that you felt very, very well. And you're suddenly hoping that it will roll over that good feeling into 2025. Hey, I'm your host, GT. Once again, good morning. It's to the point. We're going to have an open line this morning. Yes, it's Friday. It's the 27th day of December 2024. And for those of you who are, got up this morning and say, well, I have to go to work, boy. I know how it feels, eh? Anyway, certainly hope that you're going out today and do what you have to do. Those of you who are, of course, going around the various towns today, probably going to do that last bit of shopping you thought you're going to take care of it today. I didn't bother in with Christmas Eve. I wasn't bothering it the day or two before Christmas Eve. You wasn't bothered with it. You like to do the after Christmas shopping and so forth, and you're thinking about, hey, maybe I'm going to struck some deals today. You never know. Good morning once again to everyone. Let's go to the phone line. We have our very first caller. Caller, you are live. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Happy.
You're doing happy?
Season greetings.
Well, thank you a whole lot.
I have a point to make.
Go right ahead, please. Let's hear you.
The barrel situation on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
The people not picking up the barrels, and people who want their barrels cannot get the barrels because of there is no space.
Mm-hmm.
There's no space, and they have a deadline till December, the end of December. No, we don't have to pay for it.
Why? But have you had any reasons why folks are not going to pick up their barrels?
And people still have the barrel in the custom, they're not picking it up. My barrel came down after that, and cannot get my stuff out of the barrel. So I hope I didn't have to pay money in January to get my barrel. They should give them a deadline to pick up the barrels, or let them pay for it. And people who barrel this day and the container can open should get the barrel free of cost.
All right. Well, I hope the authorities will be looking into what has taken place, and certainly hope to have some kind of remedy for this particular situation in the future. Hope that in 2025 we don't have that situation occurred once again. Certainly hope we have some solution to that, hopefully before the end of the year. All right? Okay, 435-2041, 435-2041. But sometimes I'm trying to understand why folks are not going to get their barrel, or is it that whoever is their agent or so forth has not given them that call and tell them, well, their barrels are ready for collection or stuff like that. I'm wondering what's really taking place. I have not put a lot of energy into it, forgive me for that, in terms of really finding out what's going on there. I've been hearing the conversations in the news and so forth as in relation to that, but maybe if you're an individual out there, persons out there who may have some information why the situation is the way it is, you could probably join here onto the point this morning, and of course get some explanation as in relation to that. We go back to the phone line. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Good morning to you, GT.
How are you doing this morning, sir?
Well, and I wish you all the best for the new year.
And the same goes in return to you, sir.
Thank you. I believe one of the problem might be the monies, the finances. I don't think anybody will have the barrel there and they have the money to collect, and it's free that they're not collecting.
Yeah, well, I would say that's one of the options. One of the options. There could be other options too that are preventing individuals from not picking it up.
Well, regardless of what, you have to pay certain things to get the barrel anyway.
Yes.
Into the gate. So I think that is where past. You know, the funds are not running for a lot of people, and we're not aware of that, and so we have to think and lean in that area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope that they pick it up. Two, for the first time, GT, I happened to pay $2 to clear an NIS check.
Paying $2 to clear an NIS check.
Yes, to cash an NIS check. Republic Bank NIS issued check.
Mm-hmm.
And that stunned me because a pension check, you're so charging a pension check. The pension is already small. What was in the head of these people when they was putting the system together that you could so charge a pensioner's check and you have checks as low as $58? I don't know. How could you do such a thing?
But isn't it true that most banks do charge a clearing fee for most checks?
That is if it's a foreign check, a check from another bank.
But I think it's also. You mean a check for VC? Are you saying it's for the same bank? The same bank issue check?
The same bank.
Okay.
A Republic Bank check in a Republic Bank. You have to pay to cash this, and when the NS already have pay stamp duty on this check, it's your checkbook. Why do I have to pay? No, I complain to NS, and they say, well, I complain to the bank because that was very strange. The bank is telling me.
Have you spoken to the bank? What was the bank response?
I did spoke to the bank and even to the Ministry of Finance too, because I find that is very strange, that we happen to create. And I said, this is across the board. For the first time, it's a new system. It's across the board. How is it across the board? So you put the pensioners with the ordinary folks. I don't see that the pensioners supposed to have some sort of concession. You shouldn't charge a pensioner check because we already pay taxes on that. And that is just a little benefit for us. So why should we have to pay to cash the same checks? So I'm asking the authorities to please look in this very urgently to having the bank roll this back. No, I spoke to them and they said they're going to be going back to a meeting, hopefully to discuss, to bring that as part of this discussion. And I hope they do that very quickly because I'm looking to get back my money. It's unfair to us. And someone has to look in that to have this thing rolled back ASAP.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Tristan to note. Have yourself a good morning once again. 435-2041. We have an open line this morning. You also have the option of calling. The WhatsApp, for some reason, was off, and suddenly having that restored for you as we speak. So, folks, you can suddenly get the option of sending your messages or, of course, calling via the WhatsApp shortly. All right. So, I'm not sure what really happened there, why it's been the way it is. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number. If you want to chime in this morning, of course, let's hear how your holiday's been. Was it one that you enjoyed or not? Various reasons why you may have enjoyed it, various reasons why you may not have enjoyed it. Is there still an issue of there that you may like to speak of? Feel free to do so. 435-2041. That's the number. The lines are open to you so you can chime in and, of course, make a contribution this morning on whatever issue you may like to speak, or probably you have a solution this morning. What's taking place on the porch, you probably have a solution for that, and you're probably thinking if that is done, it probably could be easy. Caller your life. Good morning.
Good morning and season greetings to you.
Same to you, my dear. How are you this morning?
Thank you. I'm doing well.
All right.
Actually, I have some concerns regarding the cost of living in Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an issue with the bureaus of standards because you go to the supermarket and the prices are very high, one.
Mm-hmm.
And two, the goods are spoiled. The vegetables are spoiling on the shelves and they continue to sell it. The other thing is they create a little portion in the supermarket where they put expired goods and they drop the prices and they expect consumers to buy these things. And people are not aware of the expiry dates. They don't pay attention to these things, and they're consuming the products. How could you put an expired cheese, yogurt on the shelves to sell? You know, is the Bureau of Standards operating? Is it still a body in Grenada? Is a question. I mean, I'm trying to roll around my head. From supermarkets to supermarkets, you have prices gouging. You pay one price for one product in Foodland. You go to Food Fair, it's another price for the same product.
All right.
You know, I would really love someone to look into this. Another thing I'm observing is even the gas stations, you go to buy oil. The very same oil, if you channel the number of gas stations that you go to purchase oil, they're all different prices, right? And another subject, NAWASA. I'm not even sure if Grenadians are aware that there is a new policy. I went in there and trying to get a name change. A name dropped off of an account. It's not like you're creating a new account or you're adding a new name to the account. You have somebody who's no longer in existence and you just want to take that person's name off. For example, it's a couple, right? The man is dead, the wife is paying her bills, and she's asking to relieve the husband's name off of the account. And you have to pay a fee for that. You know, and they're telling me
how long has that policy been? How long has that particular policy been in place? Has it been there a while?
November 2024.
Oh, okay.
So I would really love for some clarity on that. You know, I stay tuned to the radio and I'm listening. I would really love NAWASA to give us some clarity on that situation. And if there are new policies that they put in place, at least they should send it to every individual who is paying NAWASA bill so you have an idea what's going on. Not to go to the company and only to realize you're shocked. You know?
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for making your contribution, and I certainly hope someone is listening, and of course you will get some answers to those concerns that you do have.
I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good morning yourself. 435-2041, 435-2041. The lines are open. It's 17 minutes after the hour here on Classic Radio, GBN TV. And we're taking your calls this morning. The WhatsApp is up and running for those of you who would prefer that particular means of or medium of getting to the station. The WhatsApp is now up and running, 435-2041. We go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hello, GT. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Greetings.
Same to you, sir. How are you doing?
Well, boy, apart from, let me see, not having water.
Oh, man.
Well, so.
That's not a good Christmas you spent.
Man, you're like a cowboy. You know, like a cowboy?
I know.
Cowboy shirt, you know. I just want to make a point here.
Sure, go right ahead.
Consumables, most foods in the supermarket, etc. Juices, peas, and them kind of thing. The groceries generally, they don't have an expiry date. They have a best before, or in some instances, they say a used by date.
So true.
It means that after that date, the product would not be tasted at its optimum, how it should be tasted.
Yes.
Things will break down in it. Medicines have
pharmaceuticals and so forth, yes.
Expiry date. Right. Because we came to be using the expiry thing wrong. If you have another expiry situation we come up with. If you have let's say use your driver's license as a form of identification, right? When the driver's license expires, it does not mean your identification, the use of identification has expired. It means that you can no longer use it to drive. It doesn't mean that the use of that document, so to speak, as a identification card is expired unless yes, there is a marked difference in your features, your face, and what have you. But normally,
not to cutting on you, but I've experienced that where I once was asked for an identification and I haven't had any of the other, and I showed my driver's license, and it was on the day of my birthday, but somehow I didn't get it change it, and I was told I can't use it because it expired.
Your driver's license expired, but the use that's.
But I was talking about the use of it for a bit of an identification
because
purpose.
They can look on it, see your name, see the number it is, and see your signature, and if your signature is there, and they'll say, "Okay, yes, that's Mr. G.T. Telesford."
But I was told it cannot be used as a form of identification. I was told that.
That is wrong.
And I actually queried it.
I consider that ignorant.
I actually queried it, because I said, well, it's identifying who I am. Yes, the date shows it expired. Yes, today it expired. But it's me. You understand?
Yeah.
The features on it is identifying who I am. But
you can't drive. A police could take you up on that.
Yeah, but I was told it can't be used because it's expired.
No, I think that is a mistake
it was a bit weird though, but I don't know.
Just in closing, I had a similar situation. I went to a place in the mall to get some cash. It was a birthday gift on my birthday, and I preferred my driver's license. And they said, no, your identification expired. I said, no, miss, my identification not expired. The driver's license expired. I said, well, we can't take it. So I ran across under the tunnel to the license office, right? And I went back to her. That took me about 15-20 minutes. And I said, okay, here. And I slipped the old ID card, the old driver's license, to her, and she watched it. I said, okay, no, I'm joking. I said, look, that's the one they just give me. No, it's a mistake.
I know.
It.
And you also asked that weird question, huh? You know those weird questions, right?
Boy, I tell you, my ID expired. I was wondering what went wrong with my face.
I was also referring to the weird question of what's the purpose of the finance you're receiving. I think it's a weird question.
Wait, what's the purpose of the what? I didn't hear that properly.
What's the purpose of the money that you're receiving, or what's the reason you're getting that money? Sometimes it's a weird question you've been asked. Sometimes.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but that's one of the things that have to do with the whole money laundering and.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a joke in well, I can't use the word.
You can't say it on radio. No.
Yeah, but they ask a guy in St. Vincent where he get all that money, and he tell him what he did for it. They can't dispute it. They couldn't dispute it. And incidentally, his lawyer at the time is now the Prime Minister of St. Vincent. That was before he was elected to Parliament a lot of years ago.
So have a good morning.
Take care. Bye.
Have a good morning. Have a good morning. Thanks for a good laugh this morning. I started up feeling a little bit of a headache on this morning, but you certainly has had that suppressed a wee bit. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, GT.
How are you, ma'am?
Season's greetings to
same to you. Same to you.
And the rest of the GBN family.
Thank you so much, and the same goes well to you also. Hope you had a great holidays.
Well, yes, me and the bad flu. I don't know who invited the bad flu, but it's here.
All right.
However, I am calling concerning the consumer's plight. Because, yes, I am a consumer too. And I believe that we as consumers are not really shouting out loud enough, so we are not taken seriously. GT, imagine you buy a pair of shoes in a store. You walk for 1 hour, the bottom drops. You go back to the store owner will tell you, so they didn't tell you, you have to tack it first? Come on. A brand new pair of shoes.
Everybody got jokes this morning.
Yes. You understand that it is nonsense that is going on, and we as consumers should make a louder noise, but we are pointing fingers at the wrong place. The Bureau of Standard is not for that. It's a consumer affairs. But when you ask now about consumer affairs, they give you a kind of runaround. Well, I think it's part of the Ministry of Finance, and I think it's part, and you understand?
Yes.
It is not clear. It is fuzzy between consumer Consumer Affairs and the Bureau of Standards. But the Bureau of Standards is really for standards of things coming into the country, and so it's not even for like okay, as the woman said, the expired things and so on. That is the Ministry of Health. Anything to do with your health, with the health of the nation, the Ministry of Health that has to pay attention to that, not the Bureau of Standards. The Bureau of Standards has to make sure that all the labels are properly there and people can read and see exactly what's
and the standards may have passed at the time it was coming into onto the island mostly, and they may have passed it then.
Yes. So the quality of the thing now on the shelf that can make people sick, that's the Ministry of Health business. You understand? You call the Ministry of Health and tell them what you observe. And also there is Consumers Affairs. People would go all the way to the Bureau of Standards only to be told, well, it's not us. And then they get frustrated and they don't go. But the greatest one was a pair of shoes,
You should have had the tact first.
He had the nerve to see. So they didn't tell you had to get a tact first? Come on. Where are we going with that? This year, 2025, as consumers, we want better treatment. We want respect. We want to know where the Consumer Affairs is and somebody is there all the time. Don't come and, well, I think it's in the Bureau. I think it's in the Ministry of... No, we don't want to hear that anymore. We've been hearing that too long. Put it in a strategic place that we can go so those businesses can stop treating us that way. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good morning. And let's get this caller before the break. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're live. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. And you're live. Guess the caller is not there. So, folks, let's take that break. And when we come back, we continue with more of your calls here on To The Point. We'll be right back.
When you need your prescription filled.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
For 30 years, we've been driven by a commitment to our customers and to continuously improving our standards of quality.
Through every success and challenge, your support remains unwavering.
That loyalty has inspired us to listen, learn, and return with a renewed commitment.
We've taken important steps to ensure that your health and safety remain top priority.
And each bottle is a reflection of our promise to deliver the highest standards of quality.
As we move forward, we want to thank you for always standing by us.
We are honored and extremely grateful to be back. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And cheers to 30 more years.
Step into elegance this New Year's Eve with Classic, a night to ring in the new and celebrate the timeless. Join us at the Radisson Crown Ballroom as we welcome the world-renowned Kevin Crown and DJ Young Chow for an evening of unmatched style and energy. Early bird tickets are just $100 until November 31st. Get yours at GoldEffect.com. Cass Unisex Boutique, Chucky's Bar, Gittins Pharmacy, and Heather's Boutique. Classic. The party that defines New Year's Eve. Follow Sunshine Promotion.
Welcome back once again, listeners and viewers. Good morning. Those of you via social media platforms, good morning to you also. Welcome back. It's To The Point. It's Friday, the 27th day of December. A couple more days and we'll be talking, 2025. Goodbye. The memory of 2024. We'll be certainly speaking a whole lot about that and saying good morning and saying, of course, welcome to a new year. We do have a caller. Let's say good morning to the caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
JT, how was your holidays? How was your Christmas?
Just so quiet. Had a pretty quiet one, I must say.
Right. Well, things are always great with me, no. Things never bad with me in life.
Lucky you. Well. I must say, lucky you.
Yeah, I'm lucky, right?
Yeah.
For two things. Maybe we're talking about in connection with different prices of the same item at different supermarkets. Maybe the items were bought at different times because it depends on where it comes from. The pound sterling, the rate change. So I don't know what. I'm not justifying any reason. I'm not defending anything. The rates of pound and Canadian and all these currencies, in my knowledge, change. So it depends on what time the person would have purchased it. The rate is different. So that is probably accounts for the reason why you have different prices of the same item. Also, I want to talk about this shoe. I had a problem with that too, Jetty, some years ago, when Scotiabank was in operation in Grenada, they had some big celebration. I think they were celebrating 100 years of how existence. And I was privileged to get a cocktail, invited to the celebration. It was a cocktail party in this big place. Anyway, so I was going to dress with this African thing. And I buy this shoe because I said I wanted yellow. JT, when I was in the place, I got a seat right next to the Prime Minister, Keith Mitchell, because they was placing people at different areas, so they put me at the top. JT, when I get up to walk just a few steps, the shoe, I just buy the shoe and the shoe come out on me, I mean, the thing was so embarrassing because remember I was in a cocktail in front of everybody, Prime Minister, all these people come down for our head office. It was a big thing. And I just had to sit down there and eventually, I just had to kind of drag when the thing happened. I couldn't walk around. Oh no, I think what I did, I took it out and I was walking. Yeah, I had make one or two little steps. I had to walk. I couldn't care who looked at me. And it's the same. I don't understand. When I went back to the post, they wasn't particularly interested. And I think the Bureau of Standards probably we had to look at these things, and consumers have to be a little bit more conscious or report these things. So I just called to report that I had a similar experience with a shoe.
All right, thank you so much.
Right.
Have a good morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. Here's a contribution from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying, I understand the reason why people are not collecting their barrels are because some households have more than 6 barrels to clear per household, and individuals don't want to pay for the other 4. Additionally, there's a small cost to clear the barrel, and Grenadians don't want to pay because they claim that government said that they are free and they prefer to leave it on the port. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you are live. Good morning.
Good morning, GT. Season greetings.
Same to you, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thanks. Right. I feel impressed to call this morning. If you take a drive up to that road leading to Windsor, as you leave the bridge at Byland intersection, somebody burnt 2 bamboo stools around that big corner with that big retaining wall. Any rain, that road could be in jeopardy because the bamboo was holding up the road. And I think you need to see it. It is horrible. The way they bundled bamboo and the exposed soil. It is terrible. I think the authorities should look at it.
Okay.
Secondly, on the issue of the ID, I think I had a similar experience like you. Once it expired, they do not accept it again as a form of ID.
Yes.
And another point I want to bring quickly. Now, the police and everybody complaining about traffic jam and traffic situation, but I don't think the authorities are serious about dealing with traffic issues. It has nothing to do with speeding. It has to do too many cars in the nation, too many persons are parking their vehicles on the side of the road. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if you are going to turn a two-way street into a one-way street, you should not park. Now, government doesn't have to stop people from buying cars. What they can say, if you do not have a place to park your car, you cannot park it by the road. And interestingly, you've seen a number of garages popping up all over the road, creating traffic bottlenecks. And the authorities are turning a blind eye. This traffic situation in Greer should not go on in 2025. We should deal with this lawlessness once and for all.
I agree with you, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning.
You're most welcome,
I appreciate it a whole lot. 445-2041, 445. Let's go back to the WhatsApp this morning. And someone via the WhatsApp is making a contribution and they're stating, good morning, I bought a pair of shoes at a store and I wore it for a week. And what to do with, of course, to put the good pair and put the dry rot, trying to get a smooth flow of what has been written. I'll come back to it. Caller your life. Good morning.
Morning, Gigi. How are you?
Doing good, sir. How are you this morning?
Fine.
How was your holidays? How did you spend your holidays?
My holiday was great. Enjoy it, no big set of celebration, going around, drinking and things. Just peaceful.
All right, then that's good.
Yeah, but what I want to say that the roads and the traffic, especially the roads are so bad and the traffic are so tight, I realize that we moving in air now. We realize we have a Santa Claus driving around in helicopter now and waving for people coming down. Because the road, they can't go through the villages and let the people and shake the people's hand and thing. No, we get too modernized. We're going to use up some money and the helicopter. Santa Claus coming down close to the beach and helicopter and waving for people and so on. That's nice. Something I wanted to say to I heard that the ex-leader of Botas in Suriname died. But when I heard that, I know that bring back a lot of sad memories to myself and a lot of Surinamese, yeah, because that man, they did some stuff down there that was real serious and it brought a lot of horrors on people. Because, the revolution they came into in being in the 1981, the 25th of February 1981 was the revolution down there. And after 1 year after, they killed up so many people, the same people that made coup with them, they killed 15 men. One day they just killed them for no one, and they had to bury them. All these people buried. Well, I was living down there for some time, so I know. I lived there from the 70s into the 80s, so I got a lot of experience, but it brings a lot of sad moments to a lot of us because we know it was a lot of pain at that time,
All right.
Just want to let them know.
Thank you a whole lot, man. Have yourself a good day.
Yeah.
All right. 435-2041. Let's go to the WhatsApp. So a comment via the WhatsApp. Someone is saying, I would like to see changes in the working hours and business sector, especially the government departments. Introducing a shift system boosts the economy. Unless we don't do that, we will be left behind. Caller, you are live. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Joe, I know you might be surprised.
My name is not Joe. Let's get that corrected. I am not Mr. Joe.
Anyhow, whatever your name is, because I don't want to waste time, I'm sorry. At the same time, I want to lodge a complaint so that the world or the Grenadian public would know. I was in my yard on Christmas Day. I noticed a few men running into my yard, and I was outside, and they were heading, let's say into my personal property, the land area. So I called them and asked them, what are they doing there? One turned back. You saw about 5-6 of them turned back and cracked a gun at me. Lo and behold, after some time, and they challenged me. After some time evolved or passed, I noticed them passing out of another direction. And during that time, I was in my entrance of my yard. And I also noticed a vehicle which marked, I think, police or whatever it is on it, but it was police. So I assumed they were police. But what my serious complaint is about, not to you, to the world, is that I was beaten in my yard when I asked about what are you all running into my yard from. I have been thrown on the ground and manhandled and bruised. I have been where I'm supposed to be, to the doctor, but doctor do not want to take up the responsibility of giving you a paper. So you have to get paper, I think, from the police station. I've been to many police stations, and up to now, I cannot get some sort of a form to be filled up by a doctor so that I could complain. I've complained, to the many police stations, and up to now I cannot get redress to my flogging, where I get bruised on my both knees, and even now I'm suffering pain in my back, where I've been beaten severely and handcuffed, and yet for all inside my kitchen. In other words, they came into my kitchen and handcuffed me. And after I bawled, or I complained to the people in the area through bawling, they took off the handcuff and let me go with all my pain. Tell me, is this right? Are we coming back to the same situation we were in the early days, where you talk about sky red and beating people and flogging people? This is what we're heading towards for. And let me tell you this, youths that are involved, not old people, and yet they're calling me old man, and they're beating up our old man. Well, I'm going straight out to see what the government would do, or the people in authority who are effective enough to cause change. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have yourself a great morning. And it's not the kind of situation that we would like to hear about, but of course, you're giving your side of the story. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's a number here on the program this morning. Let's hear from you, folks. Let's see if we can entertain this one from the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning. WhatsApp caller, good morning. You're live. I am not sure what's happening there. I may have to do some tweaking of the what. What's up, caller? Good morning. You're live.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. Let's hear from you. Good morning. Go ahead with your contribution, please.
Yeah, my point is concerning the ID. An expired ID doesn't represent the person who owns the ID. We have to learn to understand those things. When you ask your ID expire, whatever institution you go to show your ID, the person you meet at the desk, even though they know it's you, but how the system set up is not you, because the ID expired. They don't know if you die. Even though it's you, that's how the rule is. So when people talking, some people just like to create argument. Your ID expired. If you cannot renew the ID is not you. The date passed. It expired. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the we lost that caller there also. 435-2041. 435-2041. And that caller was looking at the whole ID situation from a different angle. And of course, I respect your opinion on that. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be pound up to the point this morning. We have an open line. We have approximately just around 15 minutes more left on today's program here this morning. With that 15 minutes or so left, let's take a break. When we come back, we do entertain more of your calls here on the program this morning. Don't touch your dial. We will be right back.
some peace and love. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. We don't want no violence. Behave like you have some sense. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. Please keep your house secure. Don't leave the kids at home alone. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. We don't want no violence. Behave like you have some sense. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. Please keep the house secure. Don't leave the kids at home alone. We want some peace and love for the Christmas. Stop the violence.
For this Christmas, let peace be the trend. Let love and goodwill prevail among all men.
A message brought to you by the Royal Grenada Police Force in collaboration with the PBC Choir. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to one and all. Cut it go like this. Listen. Bring in the guns. Put down the knives. Value your life. Be more responsible. No sticky hands. No counterfeit. No more fighting. No drinking and driving. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, bring in the guns, the knife, the cutlass, all the weapons. Christmas is the time for loving. I, Super Flint, endorse this one to the fullest. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. No crime, no crime, no crime, no crime, no crime.
Let peace be the trend, a season of love and goodwill to all men.
Hello everyone, here is an invitation to join me this and every Sunday until December 22nd for Yuletide Sundays, GBN TV and K105 FM from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we feature the best in traditional Christmas music and the opportunity to win great gifts including cakes, hams and a range of beverages. Yuletide Sundays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. until December 23rd.
Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to the Point Classic Radio, GBN TV. 12 minutes moving out before the top 10. Don't forget to wrap the program up at the top 10 this morning. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yes. Listening to the point makers, is it a wrong thing to have an argument? Not an argument, no, but a point. Is it wrong to have an argument then?
Is it wrong to have an argument?
Yes.
Well, I would say, in my opinion, depending on the circumstances, it may not be wrong.
Okay. Because as far as I understand, the man say that some people just like to create an argument. It is a right thing to have your point.
So true.
Yeah, and then isn't it a wrong thing to say that when the person want to bring the point across, the man say that people just like to want to create an argument.
Anyway, well, I'm trying to get your point. Anyway, have a good morning, sir. 435-2041. 435-2041. We go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Gigi. How are you?
Doing good, sir. How are you this morning?
Good. Christmas was okay?
Yes, it was. You have a device in the background. Maybe you take care of that, please.
I'll move on from it. Listen now, for 2025, I want to see a better policing, because right now,
in what particular areas you want to see policing improved on?
Improve?
Yes.
In parking. People
so you're talking to the traffic department now?
Traffic department, yes. People parking on corners. People parking on both sides of the road, making it now on the road down smaller already, right? The warden standing up in an area, say like Sugar Mill, and a whole line of vehicles. 3 of them stand up there, and they wouldn't stop traffic. I mean, not the traffic, but stop the people from crossing one on one on one. Instead of gathering them up and make all them cross together, they just stand up there, they hand forward. I want to see something happen. Also, the buses that's stopping anyway in the middle of the road. They're stopping in the middle of the road because they think the next bus coming and they're holding up the traffic. The police have to come out and start giving tickets, start doing something. They can't just stay back there and just do nothing.
All right.
And number 2 point, GT, I find we lost a lot of our private jets this year. When you look at St. Vincent, they're full of the private jets. I don't know what to do wrong this year. And all them going there on the yachts, they go to St. Vincent. When you look, you're seeing all those things over there. So I don't know what we're doing wrong, where we're making a mistake. But we have to go back and check again where we're making a mistake.
Okay.
So, GT, have a nice day.
You too, sir. Have a good one. 435-2041, 435-2041. 10 minutes before we take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. Your phone calls are welcome. It's an open line this morning. Let's hear from you. You probably have an issue you would like to speak about. There's a concern you may like to make reference to. Feel free to do so. 435. You prefer to use the WhatsApp to make a contribution. Feel free to do so also. 435-2041. All right. The government is constantly repairing the holes in the road with new material. What is wrong? Let me get that bit of information. With new material, what is wrong with the old time material of tar, which lasts much longer than that's been used at present? I certainly would like to know also. Let's go back to the WhatsApp caller. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? You sound cold.
GT, how was your Christmas?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
GT, you know the weather up here. I just had me a cup of ginger tea.
All right, man. All right.
And then I got to make something later again too, something with honey and thing. All right. Okay, so how was your Christmas, GT?
Just a pretty quiet one for me, I must say. Just like a normal day, I would reference it as, but it was all right.
Okay, so then did Santa drop what you had predicted?
Well, actually, I didn't get anything from Santa this year for some reason or the other.
That's not good, GT.
Yeah, I know. It seemed to me I've just passed my home, straight like that. I don't know what happened, but anyway, that's a different conversation.
Okay, I had a good Christmas. I can't complain.
All right, that's good.
I had a couple places to go, but I only could do 2 places at a time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I heard some of the complaint that people making, GT, and it's so funny that, okay, we have a radio station, we could call, we could complain, but when they come to the diaspora, they have no radio station to complain, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody just sucking everything. It's true we want to see changes in a couple of things, for example, with the ID. I already guys also mentioned about the ID. And up here, once you have your ID is expired, there is no way you're going to get through with it because one of the reasons too, they normally give you like a period of 90 days,
But I think if I have to cutting a new away with, I think people are misunderstanding the issue in terms of the ID that we were speaking in reference to. We were talking more of your driver's license, not actually like a national ID of the sort. That's what we were actually speaking about. Some folks will say, well, their driver's license is a form of identification also. You can use it for that particular purpose. It may have expired for that you're not able to drive. I am starting to be corrected about that also. It may have expired so that you can't drive with it, but you probably still can use it as a form of identification. I think that's what me and the caller was kind of making reference to this morning. Not actually your national's ID. If that has expired, that's a different situation altogether.
Okay, but GT, the same thing up here, because most of the ID that we use up here is usually our driver's license. Mm-hmm. Too, and even though it expires, you cannot use it still. It doesn't matter as an ID, whatever.
Okay, I understand that.
So that's the reason why they have that period, the 90-day period,
Okay.
Yeah, and also already lady mentioned about the difference with prices and thing with the goods and thing. Yeah, you normally get that sometimes in supermarket because it all depends from where the person purchased. Mm-hmm. they're good, you know what I mean? So it could be a difference. And we got to remember, like, based on where they get it, maybe if the truck have to bring it up, they charge for all this little stuff like gas and all these things that normally come into
a bit of a delivery fee or something is posted in there, honestly.
Yeah. And then it's going to be a little more expensive because remember when our president come and he put tariff and stuff, you know what I mean? So once we fill it up, it's going to catch you cold on day, you know?
You sound like if you were eagerly awaiting that period to come.
GT, tell it, to be honest with you, GT, I reached 4 years old yesterday. To be honest with you, because well, all I'm gonna say, GT, you stay tuned.
I will be. I will be staying tuned.
Okay, my last point. I see that they have Parliament today, and the senators and them will be there. And I pray that they will do the right thing and vote for the bill, and then we can move forward going on. All right.
Thank you, man.
GT, once again, you have a safe weekend, and I'm looking forward to speak to you Monday, whatever, because maybe you might have open lines until.
Okay.
So have a great.
Best wishes goes out to you also, man, and take it easy and all the best. And manage that cold. All right, take it easy, man. 445-2041. The lines are opened. Let's hear from you. We have just around 4 minutes left on today's program. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you are live on air. Good morning.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir. And same goes out to you.
I always to the point, right? I have experience with the first few callers in the program. Almost all of Grenada have experience with. Every year we talk about the same thing. That's what John Girola was talking about. The Constitution that need to be reformed, like the beginning of this year coming up, and don't be talking, spinning stuff in mud and talking about the same thing year go, year come. Have a blessed weekend.
Same to you, man. All the best goes out to you also. 435-2041. 435-2041. And seems someone is sending a message here via the WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning, GT. How are you? First, I think that the Bureau of Standards and the Ministry of Health should work together with the Bureau and to see if the Bureau of Standards passes the product, and then it should be healthy to consume and proper for me. All right. Wearing is I went to the store and I bought a pair of shoes and let's move over that. And someone is saying, I guess I'm too grown to receive anything from Santa. Probably that's the case. 435-2041. 435-2041. The lines are open. Let's hear from you folks. It's open line edition this morning. Before we take a wrap in a couple of minutes, 3 minutes moving out before the top of this morning. Someone is saying good morning once again. I'm hearing that the police headquarters will be handed over in November, but this is the last week in December and still not finished. I guess they're referring to the new building that will be handed over to the police as their headquarters, and no information on that yet when it will be handed over. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, you are live, and good morning to you.
Good morning again. Good morning, GT, and thanks for taking my call. I want to echo some of the comments made in relation to traffic and parking anyway. On my recent visit to Grenada, yes, I had that encounter, and it's because of parked vehicles, yes. I had an accident, and then all of the other vehicles that were parked on the side, had obstruct and caused the accident in the first place. All of them just, people just went in their vehicle and, just drove off. The police definitely has to do something because as far as I remember, my driving permit states, or when I was going to do it, it says how much feet you can park from around a corner. So the traffic laws definitely need to be enforced in that regard. Have a wonderful day. Yes, all the best for 2025, and take good care. Bye-bye.
Best wishes goes out to you also, sir, and all the best for the rest of the day. And have Have a good one. Hey, folks, if the call comes really quickly, we could probably accommodate one more before we take a wrap for today's edition. We just have about a minute or so to go before the top 10. And so maybe I should make those closing contributions. Well, let me thank everyone who contributed towards today's program. I certainly appreciate it a whole lot. You taking the time out to call in. Those of you who sat at home and you listen. Those of you send messages via the WhatsApp. Those of you who are part of the comment section of the Facebook page, I want to thank you also. Of time, I know I don't always get the opportunity to converse with you via the Facebook page. I'm going to try to have that fixed in 2025, hopefully. And once again, have a good day, folks, and best wishes goes out to everyone for today. Have a great weekend to come. That's why I say goodbye for this edition of To The Point. Goodbye, folks.